Part 1. Chapter 1. Aldershot. This is Aldershot. I didn't get a particularly encouraging farewell from my mother when my parents dropped me off at Waterloo Station. "Good luck, son," my dad said. My mum was sharper. "You'll be back. You're not cut out for the Paras. We didn't bring you up like that." I responded with a peck on the cheek. Not a hug, just a peck. I could see she was concerned, but that made me feel embarrassed. "Give us a call when you get settled in," Dad shouted as he drove away. Mum looked through me and gently waved. I could see tears beginning to fill her eyes. I thought, shit, I'm only going 40 miles down the road. I'll be back next week. I turned into the station. What did she mean? I was not cut out for the Paras. I couldn't figure that out. My mother knew nothing about the army, let alone the parachute regiment. But then, at 18, neither did I. I couldn't wait to leave school. I can remember enjoying learning to play rugby at the age of 8. But as far as anything else went, forget it. Sport was what I really excelled at. I was above average in English, maths and French. In anything else, I was very poor. I found it hard to concentrate, and by 14, all I wanted to do was get out of the classroom and get into the real world to see what it had to offer. I took the exams everyone else took at school, but left before I got the results, and I still don't know what grades I achieved, to this day, if any. 2 years of work in the real world saw me through a string of jobs, from a trainee salesman at London's Spitalfields Market to a management position for an oil company running 2 of their petrol filling stations. It was during this job I bumped into 2 old school friends quite by accident, on the same day. A coincidence which was to have such an effect on my life. I was on my way to work when I stopped to get a newspaper. Coming out of the shop, I almost bumped into him. Sorry, mate." "Alan Berry? Shit, how are you?" I said, amazed. "I'm very well, Nigel. How are you, old boy?" I hadn't seen him since leaving school 2 years before. He said that he was in the army, the Royal Artillery to be exact. And he said it with such confidence, as if he was stating the obvious and saying, "Don't you know the uniform?" But he wasn't in uniform, he was in civvies, almost a Prince Andrew look-alike, double-vented, single-breasted jacket with matching trousers. He looked really smart, in a dickhead sort of way. We got chatting. Like me, Alan had been an athlete, and in his case an outstanding one. On one occasion we both attended the 3A's athletic meet at Crystal Palace. Alan won his preliminary heats, easy. I just scraped through mine. In my final I came last, or 8th as I like to tell myself. Losing was not a good feeling. That race was to stick with me for years. Alan, however, won his main race. As kids, we often used to play together at his house. He had some toy soldiers and an old wooden fort, heavily constructed to survive reenactments of his historical sieges. Unlike me, Alan stayed on at school, and he became head boy. He passed all his exams, then went to military college, and passed all the exams there. After that, he went on to officer training at Sandhurst. He passed and was awarded the Sword of Honour for the best recruit. The perfect gentleman. We talked briefly about what we had done since school, then parted. Later that day, I saw Dave Letts, another old school friend, in a pub on leave from the army, the Royal Green Jackets. Every class in every school has one boy who matures physically faster than anyone else. First to try cigarettes, first to date girls, first to lose his virginity. Dave was with a mate from the Green Jackets, a guy called Sticks. We had a few beers, and I told Dave that I had seen Alan and that he was an officer in the Royal Artillery. "Fucking Rupert," he said. His remark went right over my head. What did it mean? The night's conversation with Dave and Sticks never strayed from how many women they would shag if the women were lucky that night, and how good their section was, how good their platoon was, their company, their battalion, how good the Green Jackets were, and how fucked up were the other wankers in the British Army.